Here we are, baby. Yo. Wow, how do you even do that? Anyway, a big shout out to you guys for actually coming through and taking your time and actually listening to us. I go by the name of Rich Kid, the kid with a lot to give, the kid with all kind of game. With what? I know, you know what? That's what the point is. It doesn't matter. But yo, man, of course, I'm not riding solo, and I never ride solo all day, every day. If you run up on me, my gang got a Glock.
Yes, sir. Yeah, you know, this is Tadalops _14. Yeah, we here.
14 gun.
Big on it.
14 gun.
My bad,
Of age.
I
I thought it's 14.
Only 14 years, ne? Then I'm gonna be out. But it's fine.
Yeah, I was at 14.
And we like a
I was
2014.
at 14. I got it hard. I'm 14 years old.
And we like a 2014.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 1940.
Yo, got 14 hours. PM. Anyway, yeah.
Except for who's it? It's DJ Touch.
That's
it.
That's it.
It's the spinner, but it's Kakawate.
Not that one.
Not that one.
The
That
guy,
one is for the end.
Yeah.
your girl, Sabawa.
Sabawe. Lu DJ Touch.
When
Anyway, yeah, man. A big shout out to you guys. I don't know why we're trying. Don't mind us speaking this way. We're trying to build the courage to speak about what we're gonna be speaking about. We're trying to be on ground level with you guys. We're trying to be, as much as we try, the emotion just went down again. You know. We're speaking on mental health. We're speaking on a whole lot of things that people never speak about. We're speaking on checking out your people, you know, the people that constantly, how do I put it? The people that constantly, who are constantly there for you, that you regard as strong people, you know, your loved ones, you know, your faves in the industry, you know, people that make you laugh, you know, your comedians, your artists that make songs that you can relate to, you know, that gives you strength when you are sad, you know. We're speaking on people that when you call and you're going through something, they have good advices for you. They are always there for you. They run around for you. You know, your friends, hello, you understand what I'm saying? You don't know, but you fighting, but that person goes in and injury. We no longer talk about those things. We no longer check on each other. I'm offended by what you posted the other day. So, I give me check at that, man. You know, we haven't spoken in like a week. You get what I'm saying? So, those type of things. We're speaking on how important it is. We are not just to get things clear, right? We are not specialists. We do not specialize in these. We did not go to school for this. We're just speaking our thoughts and how we see it. And we're speaking again on how social media plays a very, very big part in you get what I'm saying? So, yeah. So, I don't know. Where do we begin? Where do we start? We're starting with people are going through a lot of it. People are going through so much. So much that we don't see, like, I don't even know what to say about it, but people are going through so much.
The craziest part is it's always the people
Yes.
you know, and it stresses me out, honestly speaking, when I'm surrounded by someone who's always happy. Somebody who's always energetic. Because it's those happy ones that are actually not so happy when they are low. You know, they're happy during the day, but 10, 11, 1, 2 in the EMs, they, you know, their pillows are wet. They're facing reality on their own.
I normally speak about, you can, you know, you make us believe, but at 1 a.m., 2 a.m. in the morning, you know, when you're sitting alone in the bedroom, switching off your light in the bedroom, you're laying there. That's when reality hits. That's when reality knocks. You can tell us, we're no rich kid in the streets. We know you like this and this and this. But boy, when you sleep, you know you're not that happy. You know there's a whole lot of things that you are dealing with come through at that time because you're alone now. You understand what I'm saying? There's a whole lot of things that people go through and they don't talk about. And I believe, if you haven't gone through a certain thing, right? If you haven't gone through, for example, anxiety, if you haven't been depressed, there's people who feel like Bona themselves, right? They are entitled to have an opinion on everything. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. If a person hasn't went through depression or anxiety or has never had suicidal thoughts, right? I don't see that person as legible to telling me, Hore, but what's suicide rate so how the fuck do you know? Hey, you're a coward. You everybody has problems. How the fuck do you know what I'm going through? How do you know what I'm going through? I'm suicidal right now. I've survived it, right? I tried multiple times and I failed and I'm angry at myself. And you come and tell me that I should have done this and this and that. You've never went through what I've went through. You understand? You've never been in a situation that I'm in right now, right? And you have the nerve to tell me, or go do this, go see a doctor, go speak to someone. Hey, what? You don't know.
Doesn't know the route.
You understand?
Yeah.
You've never azanga wa holela kwa RDP. O holetse ko di sabapo, right? I'm making an example. You want to come here and tell me you want to come here and tell me you've never went through that thing.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So put yourself in people's shoes first before commenting on something, because it's so annoying that the ones that have never gone through this are the ones that cause people that go through this to commit suicide. Because you always have an opinion, because you're always right. You don't know what I'm going through right now. And that's the problem that we're facing right now. Someone with 1 million followers is sitting there with their fingers wet and happy, that trigger happy with their fingers, to say shit about someone that they don't know from a bar of soap. You're just seeing someone pass there. You're just seeing someone on social media and you feel like you know that person. And when that someone comes through and tells you, Hore, I'm going through this, you become shocked. And you know who played a part in doing that? We're not sitting at home. On social media, or go Zulu Natal, or go Cape Town, or wherever, you're saying shit about someone wako Gauteng, wako Limpopo, wako East London. That person commits suicide. That person commits suicide all because of you. Wena. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of people are going through a whole lot of things. Check on your people. Check how you speak to people. You know, I failed at some point I wanted to be like, give in a week, give someone a hug, a random person that you don't know. You know, I wanted to try to do that, but now we can't do it because of COVID. But just the hi, how are you doing? The cashiers that help you at shops. Hi, taxi drivers. You know, like truck drivers. Those random people. Your friends, your family, your dad, your cousin. You understand what I'm saying? There's people that are going through a whole lot of things. Social media plays a very, very big role to it. Let me not say social media as a whole, but one a platform that plays and that fucks people over. It's this thing, Twitter. Twitter is the death of many. It's the death of many. You know, because right now we are making people and giving them accolades for being Twitter president, where now because of the type of shit that you speak on Twitter. You understand what I'm saying? Someone will look at you and laugh, ne? Or you'll say something, and before I get to where I want to get, talking about laughing, beware of people that say some stuff that they mean through jokes. Through jokes, you know, someone abulela something, if it's amo athe gadala. Be careful of those people,
because they're usually telling you the truth.
They're telling you the truth. You know, there's a whole lot of things that happen. People think they have a say on celebrities. People think they have a say in public figures' lives, or your life per se. You understand what I'm saying? For instance, if you're asking yourself what we're talking about today, we're speaking on, it's not only the Riky situation. Krotman or Kawatile. You know, who would have thought, guys, today would be speaking about saying Riky has done this and that. You understand what I'm saying?
It's hard to believe, Joe, because these are the people that are always happy.
People, motivating.
And social media is not making it any easy for anybody. Right? Before you get to any genders, it's not making it easy to both men and women.
Sure.
You know, look at how people are laughing about Minnie Dlamine's divorce. Look at how people are laughing about Kanye West's situation.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You know, before we even get into how social media is for guys, how we as men are not supposed to voice ourselves out.
Sure.
How we are always guilty even before, proven to be.
Yeah.
And as I always say, it's easy to judge than it is to understand.
Of course.
Instead of coming to you, understanding why people post about suicide. Why you always not okay.
Yeah.
Attention. Because it's easy for me to do that than to come sit down with you and say, what's
going on?
Sure. You understand?
Sure.
And we have made it a very beautiful thing to look down upon others.
Yeah.
Especially our own people.
Sure.
It was said that if you, as a black person, make it, you don't need white people as your enemies.
Sure.
Because black people are the first to become your enemies.
Your enemies.
Sure.
Ke bona ba tlo bolelang bobe. Ke bona ba tlo tsamayang ba senya lebitso la hao.
Sure.
And we have seen that a lot of times, right?
It's sad.
People are crying out for help.
Sure.
We can help, but we decide not to. Instead, we laugh about it.
And we tweet.
We tweet. We get likes. We retweet. It's all fun and games. You get a following.
Likes at the cost of someone's life.
Our fates away. Now, when that person has taken their own life because of the pressure you put onto
or
them,
R.I.P.
you say, rest in peace, we'll forever miss you. Depression is real.
It takes just one thing to push someone off the edge. You know, it takes just one thing, that Patrick Shy, and I don't know what's going on with South Africa, whereby if we lose a public figure today, next week we bury another one. That other week we bury another one. You understand? It might be a different situation or cause of death, but we still do. You understand? So it goes back to saying,
just over this weekend, last week,
City
Lights was laid to rest.
Cooley Roberts, we lost her. Now we're speaking on one person
Patrick
again.
Shy is gone.
You get what I'm saying? So with Patrick Shy, I want to go back to saying, we're talking to Twitter, right? He came on, yes, his approach to Casper was raw. He acknowledged it, but people went for him. And regardless.
Still, watching the video, I still feel like, one, yes, for an old person to come out like that, it's not appropriate, right? But two, Patrick Shy is as human as everybody else.
Sure. Before celebrity.
Before he was celebrity, before he got money, he's human.
Sure.
Right? He swears. And the people that were around him, they allowed it. They were not knowing that it was going to cause so much trauma and, depression to him, or so much sadness.
Yeah.
But nagi wana didn't no one got money at the tlalla, and it was just fun and games. So boxing match, but when I tag out geselo makira ngumbi. Are game. Then it's all like that. But because of the society that we live in,
but wait, what you talking of there? When he was talking on the video, he's saying that I want to, and it's a code that we did not see. Check this. I want to knock you out before I die so that it can be written on my tombstone. You understand what I'm saying? He already knew. He was going through the moles, bro. You understand what I'm saying? And then they came for him.
And maybe that for him was just an escape.
Yes.
You know,
yes. He wanted to be happy again. You understand what I'm saying? Social media came for him. Yes, it was wrong. What he did, they did it. Right? And I'm not blaming social media. Right? But they went for him. Then what happened? News flash. We announcing on radio the late. Now we're no longer saying Patrick Shah. We're saying the late. Due to what?
And now it's bad.
Suicidal.
It's bad because each and every artist you announce, you have to say the late.
The late.
The late Mbuwe.
You get ne?
The late City Lights. The late Pro Kid. The late WHP.
Goes back to saying what? Riky. He came through. Bengi's Jelugu Tuta. A nice song, by the way.
Top song.
Right? Social media, what does it say? Hey, she's looking for a way to, like, she just can't wait to get out of there. They saying all these other things. She doesn't look interested. This and this and this and this. What the fuck? Let's guy. First things first. That's the question. You understand what I'm saying? They went in. They went in on him. They went in on him. Right now, we are saying the late. Why? Huh? This situation might not have been the reason for his for him to do what he did, right? But it might have been the situation that pushed him. It pushed him off the edge.
There's more to it.
Yeah. Dude, I'm so worried at the fact that we are now here and we're trying to cover up all the things that social media does, ne? But we can't. We're running out of ways, you know. And we're not speaking on something. So a statement was released. I'm going to read the statement right now. So the Mercado family have confirmed the death of South African rapper Riky in an official statement to the press. Now, Riky, real name Ricardo Mziwendlovu Mercado, died on Wednesday, aged 34. Son, husband, father, brother, uncle Riky, you know, they did the Riky Mercado, aged 34, sadly passed away in the early hours of this morning, the 23rd of February in Johannesburg. And affectionately known as Riky across the globe, he was deeply loved by his family, friends, and the entire entertainment industry. His love for family, friends, and community is well known. Riky's nurturing and developing of young musical talent is well documented and will forever be remembered, the statement continued. And they said he leaves behind his wife, 2 children, mother, and 5 siblings. The Mercado family have requested privacy during the difficult times. Details of the funeral and memorial will be confirmed in due course. Now, it is no longer a myth, it's the truth. It's the truth.
We woke up. When I got the news that it was just some stunt to promote a song, Cotton Fest.
And there's a video of him on King Omar's channel that's trending and that's making rounds right now. But he's saying, if this might be the last time you hear of me, I love you guys.
And there's videos of him performing on stage, whereby he was multiple videos. Was saying, check on your loved ones. He was emphasizing the fact that let's listen to the young kids that are coming into this industry. Let's give an ear to these kids. Let's love people that are around us because everybody's going through something.
He's been saying, love one another, take care of each other. You know.
The last part, what did you say?
Everybody's going through something.
Everybody.
You know,
and it does not necessarily mean that just because I've got expensive cars, I've got an expensive crib,
I'm okay.
I'm moneyed, I've got all this.
I don't have
records.
problems.
I don't have any problems.
There's a song that
More
says,
money, more
Dangi, I wanted to say that. There's a song and there's a quote that says, more money, more problems. If, for example, if you have a 1 million house, 1 million rand house, your electricity and your bills won't be of an RDP.
Your maintenance is...
You understand what I'm
SARS
saying?
is taxing you.
People are going through a lot. People are telling us, we're going through the most, but we don't normally see it until it's late. Right now, we read quotes. Riky once said, Mama once said, Mom, we are here today saying that R.I.P. Riky, R.I.P. Riky, R.I.P. Riky. I'm appealing to your conscience right now, to everybody in the industry, you know, to people that are the closest to him. When was the last time what's at a phone? Or yo, Riky, instead of how you doing, how you feeling?
How you pose that question really matters.
Let me tell you.
How are you doing is just, I'm okay, I'm
Dude,
good.
yeah, I'm
It's always that.
That's why I'm saying right now, I'm even
feeling?
appealing it. How many times have we asked each other, or Ayo, how you feeling? Instead of how you doing.
How you doing?
It slaps differently. You understand what I'm saying?
And after, are you okay? I'm good. Are you really good? Are you happy? Because a lot of people are just surviving.
I remember there was a time I was going through a lot, right? And someone came to me and was like, she said, hi.
Oh, it's a she?
Dinta. Yeah, it's a she.
Okay.
And I was like, I am aight. And then she said, how you feeling? And I cried. I don't want to lie. Yeah, you can say I'm a woos wherever you at, whatever, right? I cried because it slept different. And it was because I felt like she knew something that I did not know. You understand what I'm saying?
Maybe something you're trying to avoid.
Yes, something that I'm trying to avoid. You know,
speak about.
because yes, something I don't want to speak about. You know, it slept different. I cried. Now it goes back to saying I'm appealing to anybody's conscience. How many of us have went to Rodman Riky and said, Nintang, how you feeling?
How you feeling?
Instead of saying, hey, can I please have a slot? Go Cotton Fest.
Autograph.
You understand what I'm saying? Snap. How many times has he told you? I know there's a lot of people that took pictures with Riky and then they will say, oh, he's the kindest person to meet. I've met him personally. The kindest person to meet. You understand? But he's been going through a lot. There's quotes of his old songs. A song that dropped in 2020 in October the 2nd, which features mass music.
Which is, by the way, a quote. What he quoted.
He posted
his last tweet.
His last tweet, yeah.
How are we checking at our people?
And this,
come on.
The best excuse now, I think, Jordan and number 7. It's fine. The person that is next to you, the person you call a relative, the person you call a friend, the person you went to high school with,
that you're still in contact with.
Because we post.
Oh, come on.
Sometimes you post the code, Yabina. Sometimes you just post the song. And I don't know, even with our artists.
Yeah.
Because in most times you write what you're feeling.
Yeah.
And when somebody writes a song and it's how long will you mourn me? You can tell, okay, this person is going through something.
I want to get this cat out the bag before we get anywhere further. Come for me all you want, but I'm happy for Riky. I'm happy for Rodman Riky. He has found peace. He is happy. I'm happy for him. And I can tell you right now, I'm frustrated at the fact that at least he got it right. He did it and it worked. You understand? He's happy. I'm happy for you, Rodman Riky, wherever you at. May your soul continue resting in peace.
Saying that, it reminds me of a Facebook post I saw earlier on today of a certain lady from around Mopedi who said, I envy Makado because he tried committing suicide and it worked.
That's why I'm saying I'm happy for him. And I'm like, he did it and it worked. Now it goes back to us asking each other some questions. If we saying that, have you checked on your friend? The very same person o leng gore o na le matla a go ba le wena to be there for you. Who's there for them when they need? Because I remember there was a time when my mom went to the hospital. She'd constantly go to the hospital, right? I couldn't go visit. I couldn't bring myself to terms to go visit her. You know, because growing up, I used to be I'm an asthmatic child, right? I'd go to the hospital a lot of times. She'd sit with me until I get out of the hospital, right? And for me to go and be on the chair, not on the bed, and watch her being on the bed, I couldn't bring myself to terms with that, because I'm like, shit, this is the most powerful person that's been there, strongest person for me. How do I be there for her? You understand what I'm saying?
She taught you everything else,
but not to live without her. You understand what I'm saying? So, the people that are always there for you, who's there for them? Because we ideologically have this thing, when someone is there for me, that man is the strongest person I know.
And sometimes you say things to somebody, you know, when I'm I'll tell you our job is wrong, you know, believe in God, it's all gonna work out.
Sure.
While at the same time I'm in need
of those words.
Those words.
It's so sad. It's so sad that today we're saying this. I, for one, also fault myself for not hitting my closest people up and checking that, are you good? How you feeling?
I'm also guilty.
You understand?
I'm doing my best.
You understand what I'm saying? I'm at a point whereby right now, we sometimes forget ourselves and get caught up in the hype of commenting on situations that we don't know, but we don't know what a person is going through at that moment.
It's funny how we have to keep ourselves busy to feel okay.
Woo! You just said something right now, dog.
It's hard, dog.
We keep ourselves busy just to forget about our problems. Just to forget that we're not.
How many times have we chilled, not only us, but as a whole team, we made buddies, and we actually opened up about
how we feeling,
how happy we are when we're together,
sure,
and how everything hits hard once we're at home.
I remember Gangster came through and was like, hey, you guys don't know how happy I am when I'm here. She once said, remember? And that was the day we actually had those conversations, those deep conversations. Remember? When we were talking about how happy we are when we are together, how comfortable we are when we are together, and when we have to go back to our lives, it's a problem. That's why the Kawhana sometimes couple 11, couple 12. You know,
and if it was according to us, our dog,
never say hi.
Never say we hi.
You understand what I'm saying?
Once you're home, you're alone, then you get to think about everything.
Check on your people, check on your friends. It is very important. We are going to be reading some tweets from people from the industry, you know, that we have, you know, of people confirming this tragic thing that we're going through right now, you know.
Has Kes said anything?
I don't know. And I remember,
I'm sure it hits hard to him as well, because even though they might not have been on good terms,
I don't know about now.
There was
maybe
a lot of love between them.
Maybe they were okay, because there's something. I wanted to tell you about something. So Cass went on to some podcast, right?
Yeah.
He was interviewed and he spoke about the situation in Riky. So he was like, Riky was a double person. He was a G, dog. You know what he did? So Casper said, there was a guy, Casper heard what there's a rapper along what Casper was beefing with, right? And then that man was saying a whole lot of things about Casper on Twitter, tweeting a lot of things, right? So Riky, Casper, mind you, it's gonna lead me to a point there. Casper was not at a certain listening session, and you know what Riky did? Alata man, yo, kandintang, wa ubulela masepa ka Casper. Until before Daman araba Riky, or ring, you get what I'm saying?
Because even though we're not on good terms now, I'll forever have your back.
Dude, it goes back to saying my point. I wanted to say, rather I have a circle that will defend me even in my absence. How many of your friends would you say will defend you in your absence? You understand? And if you can just check that and be like, shit, none of them, get the fuck out of those friendships. You understand what I'm saying? I'm proud to say.
When to leave.
I'm proud to say that I know my friends will do that. And that's how much trust I have in them. I might not know, right? But I believe they will. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I found the video of it also of the Casper situation. Yeah, I'm trying to get tweets, tweets from people, obviously we got it from our person, Kopolo Film Pale, right? He actually confirmed, Pito Misimani came through and was like, my sincerest condolences to the family and friends of Riky. What a loss. He was always good to me and supported me. He will be remembered through his music and humility. A true game changer, always looking to uplift the youth. Whew. Slicker went on to say something also. I'm trying to look at, yes. So Slicker went on to say that this was 2 weeks ago. Was our last chat with Riky. If he has touched your life one way or another, you are going to keep bringing him back. He posted a video. Lala Hiriyama says that going to put down some candles down in front of the Legends Barber shop in Waterkloof tonight, 6:30. People are doing what they're supposed to be doing. A lot of people are saying a whole lot of things for Fetu. I can't find all the tweets, but
but a lot of people commented. Your
sad.
Madumane, your tallest T.
Yeah. Miss Prue went on to say that, oh man, we lost another legend. Condolences to Rick's family, friends, fans, and the music industry at large. One thing we are learning week in, week out is to constantly check in on our mates. What happens today is so heartbreaking. R.I.P. Rick Bozonke. My God. Mini Damini tweeted also was like, I won't tell a word of a lie. I'm broken. Today's news could have easily been me. Snap! Woo! No. The sub to this tweet. I won't tell a word of a lie. I'm broken. Today's news could have easily been me.
And that is from?
Mini Dlamini. Are you getting what I'm getting? Am I losing track? Are you getting what am I getting? It could have easily been me. That actually means I'm going through shit right now.
Yeah.
You understand? That means that right now I'm sharp. It could have been me, but I'm hearing it from someone first. Whew. I don't know. How? I really can't believe it also. I know. Me going to events, emceeing and doing and performing and all of that. The reason why I'd always do mosh pits if I post videos. If I post gig videos, you know how it gets, right? Doing mosh pits and all of these things. It's because of that Riky. Which way? That way. Gang, gang. That type of thing. Is the reason why I constantly want to have a mosh pit. And honestly, all the time, I'd tag him on Insta, tag him wherever, and he'd retweet. He'd repost on his stories and all of that. And I'm like, snap. That's the type of person. He's always had it down for the youth. That is one thing we know. He's always opened the door for the youth.
Yeah, true.
I wouldn't have known Uncle Vinny if it wasn't for Riky. I wouldn't have known the Big Hash if it wasn't for Riky. I don't know
Casino.
Lucas Raps, Frank. Countless.
Regardless of the genre, from hip hop to amapiano.
Dude. The Mpura situation. He worked with Mpura Netshingi. I don't know about the length of the relationship, but did you see how deteriorated he was?
He was, yeah.
He was broken.
He wanted to cry, but because of the social media anxiety and all of those things, he couldn't cry because of what social media was gonna say at that point.
At some point, he did. There's a video, I don't know if you saw it, I posted it earlier, whereby he was driving, I think going to the memorial service, and he was inside his car.
Holding the Buddha flag.
Oh yes.
Just quickly taking a look into the lyrics that song he quoted. It says here, all this pressure gonna be the death of me. Fake love killing my energy. I be think about the memories. Pour some liquor for all my enemies. Pour some liquor for all my dead homies. R.A.P. I'll see you there, homies. I pray I meet you at the crossroad, sooner or later, only God knows.
I'm teary, why? Because I've been in multiple situations like that. Because it is so sad to have people not believe that you're going through shit just because you smile. Just because you're a public figure, you're supposed to smile. You're supposed to be happy. You're supposed to please everybody. You have to be a people's pleaser, even in your worst days.
Let me tell you something, and I'll guarantee you right now. When it happens, I'm gonna tell you. Something's gonna happen. I don't know to who, but because we live in a life whereby there's ups and downs, we might have your up today, Kausan, you'll have your down, and we are gonna make fun of it.
Yeah.
Regardless, either a celebrity or it's somebody we know and live with on a daily basis,
sure,
we are going to laugh about it.
Sure.
And just to get a bit into how men haven't been taken serious when they express themselves.
Sure.
There was a time MT came out to say that his wife is actually abusing him.
Sure.
We made fun of it. Will Smith, when the wife spoke about the affair she had with Alcina, we laughed about it. Meme. When there was a case whereby Katlego Mabwe was accused of a whole lot of things and the video was taken and his career went down the drain.
Java.
We laughed about it, right?
Java.
When Java was accused and later proven guilty, the same as Katlego Mabwe.
Proven innocent.
Proven innocent, not guilty. We laughed about it. Double HP, when he was talking and saying that he's been attempting suicide a lot of times, we laughed about it. And all of that is happening towards men.
Sure.
Right?
Sure.
And I'm not saying women...
It doesn't happen to... We're not saying it doesn't happen to...
It happens to women, but at least there's some bit of attention given to women. A woman comes out today and says, this and this is happening, we take them serious.
Sure.
But when a guy does that, regardless of who you are, you become a laughing stock. There are men today that are being abused.
A man cannot go to a police station and say, I want to open a case of rape because of the society, what the society says, what the society believes, what the society thinks is right. A man cannot be raped. A man cannot be abused.
We're supposed to be strong.
We're supposed to be strong.
Apparently, indoda ikhali.
Indoda ikhali, indoda must. You have to soldier on. You know, you have to be strong for people that can't be strong for you. That is what we're going through right now. We're going through a phase whereby men can't cry. Men can't be done this. This can't be done. But those shit happen. Men go into depression because they cannot afford a certain thing because the society believes that a man is supposed to. I can't be in a relationship with a person that I love because I don't have enough money because indoda must.
And if you can't do that, you become a laughing stock. You're a joke to the public. I think now we need to take it upon ourselves. We gents, right? Let's take it upon ourselves to teach these young boys that
it's okay to cry.
It's okay to voice yourself.
Yeah.
If you're not happy about something, you voice yourself. You express yourself the best way you know how. And if you feel like crying, then let them out. If you feel like screaming, then let everything out.
And that helps. Crying and screaming helps, honestly, because you can be in your room, you can be in your scream as loud as you can at the top of your lungs. Cry if you want to. Write down stuff if you want to, if you feel like, please, it will help you. It might not help someone else, but it might help a friend. Tell them and let them that it's okay to cry. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to not know anything.
And I think it's important that we as guys know when to leave. Not only as guys, actually. That we as human, we know when to leave.
Sure.
And that applies to everything.
Sure.
You know when to leave
a friendship,
the party, thing, if your heart tells you that it's time to bounce, like about 7, then you bounce. You learn when to leave a relationship.
Yeah.
You learn when to leave that job. If you feel like it does not bring you peace and happiness, and it's actually oppressing you, it's bringing you down, it's knocking you down, then you need to know when to leave, because that is very much important.
And also, we need to learn to cut out all the negative energies that are hindering our peace. No matter what anybody else can say, put yourself first.
And trust the process.
In closing, what can we say?
Be kind to yourself.
Sure.
Be kind to others. Spread nothing but love, peace. Share those opportunities, because I might know of an opportunity to some, but because I'm jealous that you are going to make it and become much more rich and famous than me, then I keep it to myself.
Sure.
Share the love, share the happiness, share the peace. Be available to those that are next to you.
Sure.
And just be there for your loved ones. Just be there for your loved ones.
In closing,
Go for it.
For me, as you said, be kind to yourself as much as you'd like to be kind to someone else, because there's a saying that says you cannot pour from an empty cup. You can't make me feel happy if you're not happy. First things first. So look after yourself, look after your mental health. Talk to someone. If you can't, cry. If you can't cry, scream. If you can't scream, write it down. Give yourself enough love that you'd want to give someone else. Make sure that if something is hindering your peace, if something is making you feel less of a human that you are, cut it. It's not worth it. It's not worth your life. If someone says something about you, it's okay. It's not worth your life. It's not worth your life. And I'm saying it, and in closing, RIP to the legends that we lost. But most importantly, for today, we celebrate you, Rodman Riky. RIP to yours. We're going to stream Sondela up until the end of time, because that's the last joint you left us with. We love you.
Yeah, in closing, I want to say this quote, ne? This quote goes like, be the change you wish to see in the world. The best part of life is not just surviving, but thriving with passion and compassion and humor and style and generosity and kindness. Being kind is giving even when it seems like you have nothing to give. Kindness is making someone smile, if only for a moment.
Yes.
For Riky and his family, let's continue streaming, downloading, buying the music, so that his kids will forever have food on the table.
We're going to Cotton Fest. We're going to Cotton Fest. We need to, for the love of him. Bazonke hamba kahle Grotman.
Sondela.
My baby dizzy. Bye everybody. Shabba
We out.
We out.